imagine a lot of these conservative shows, if you scratch the surface, you'll find out whatever repressed sexual fantasies.
Oh yeah, look at Tim Allen in Tool Time. He's gonna if he could get a sense of what Wilson was doing underneath that fence post.
Yeah.
He was busting.
He was busting on that fence.
Busting custard all over that fence. I'm telling you.
Yeah, the other side of that fence was sticky as hell.
Yeah, just
there's a glory hole. I'm convinced.
I'm gonna.
Glory
Kevin's still partying. His birthday was last week, and look at him. He's hacking up a lung. Oh, yes. Wow.
Welcome to Oops All Segments, the very best podcast, hitting your eardrums at this very moment. I'm Kevin.
I'm Thomas, and today we are here with actor, lover, my friend, Nick Druzbanski. Welcome, Nick.
What's up, Nick?
Hi, boys.
I said lover, and I meant
Hello, my beautiful boys.
Holy shit.
Wow.
This
Is that
awesome.
the first time we've ever both been called beautiful in one episode?
I think so.
Really?
Always, people usually pick favorites right off the hop.
They like to choose.
Congratulations.
Okay, should I choose a favorite just to stay consistent?
Well, let's check throughout. You can sort of give us updates as it goes. Just starting off, though, you know me pretty well. You just met Kevin, so who do you prefer?
Yeah, I think, because of that, Thomas and I go way back. We've known each other for many years, and we share a deep affection for each other. So I think just up top, I would say Kevin's my favorite.
Fuck, what the hell?
Just
because I feel like we trauma bonded during COVID. There were all these moments.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
We've connected on many levels: emotional, physical.
Yeah. I guess the more you know someone, the more you forget.
I think the more someone knows you, I think it makes them. Yeah, you're the type of guy that as someone gets to know you, their opinion of you lessens.
My personality's fine.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Yeah, I guess so.
Nick, what's going on with you, man? You seem in a bad space.
Well, I'm a broken man, Thomas. I've got a busted body.
Yeah.
And you know that about me, so I'm a little offended at the question, honestly.
That's pretty fucked up.
But
Kevin doesn't, and I'd love you to fill him in on what you've been up to the last couple months.
How exactly are you busted?
Well, I've been to the doctor more times this year than my entire adult life.
Wow.
How
big?
Right in with the soundboard.
Yeah. This is going to be wildly insensitive given the real pain that you're going through.
Yeah, I'm going to play it super straight.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's been kind of a rough time. I just had a knee surgery for my torn meniscus.
Oh,
and
wow.
When they did that surgery, they found that I had done other bad shit to my knee.
Serious consequences.
I fractured the cartilage. In my knee. And that
Kevin's
doesn't
just pretending to listen.
I know.
The little smirk on his face.
He's just waiting for the end.
He's scrolling on his iPad like he's playing Pokemon Go.
Yeah.
I'm listening. I'll keep my hands up here. I'll keep my fucking hands up here. I'm listening. I'm listening.
Yeah, so I need a second surgery to repair the cartilage in my knee. And it's pretty gruesome stuff. So they took a biopsy of the cartilage. They're sending that to a lab, but the lab is regrowing the cells. Okay. So I'll just have
This has all happened. How long ago did this start?
I had my first knee surgery was in June.
Wow.
This is all recent.
Very recent.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
Nick
tough, man.
Running away from the OR. They fixed it.
So
it really shouldn't make that sound when you run. That's a sign of weakening joints.
Yeah.
At what point in the process are you in right now? Have you received new parts essentially?
Not yet, no. So I'm waiting for the second surgery in September when they will stick the grown me, the mini me inside of my knee.
Wow.
New year, new knee.
Nice.
Not the Zelda sound. and then it'll be a long and difficult recovery process.
Sure.
About 6 months before I'm back to my.
That does
bullying.
Suck. That does
This
suck.
is bullying.
I am.
He has to be a good sport because it's our show. But
No,
this
is honestly the best way I've ever had to explain this.
Just like to check in real quick about the standing of who's your favorite right now.
It can't still be Kevin. There's no
shifted.
way.
It's definitely shifted.
Yes.
I would say you guys are about even now.
Okay. Great.
Pretty good stuff. All right. I'm sorry to hear that you're in deep pain.
Thank you.
This must be a shock and a lifestyle adjustment.
Yeah. Kevin's now sort of climbing the ranks again. That felt very sincere, and Thomas hasn't shown any condolences at all. So
we've talked about it before.
Yeah, but
I mean,
you did send me a text before this started and say, "Don't say a thing about this gimpy bitch," which I thought was a really crappy way to describe.
That sounds like Thomas.
I unsent it, which means I didn't actually send it. Just because you read it before I unsent it does not mean that's what I meant.
I mean, it's still,
I was talking about Kevin Gleese. This had nothing to do with our current guest.
Gimpy bitch. I just thought it was a strong phrase to use.
Nick, I admire you so much. The thing that breaks my heart most about this is that the world might be robbed for a short time of your beautiful dancing, your choreography, your movement. I mean,
that sucks.
You're one of the most natural movers I've ever known. And I was just playing tennis with a friend of Drunk Shakespeare, Liv Caldwell, and they said that you just had this incredible natural energy when you started performing. It felt like you immediately got the show. Wow. And you just figured it out. You like exude pure joy on stage. And so the idea that on top of your pain, the world would be robbed of that, even for a short time, breaks my heart.
That's very sweet.
Was that
and then Kevin, I feel like just jumped even.
Why? That was just a dial tone.
It was a flat line sound effect. It was a flat line of a death. As if he'd passed away for medical complications.
Yeah. I think that compliment, it teetered into saccharin, it teetered into...
I pushed it a little. I laid it on a little heavy, huh?
Yeah. We're like 5 minutes in.
Yeah, you got to chill out with that.
Draw it out a little bit.
It's just be clear about what you want, because I'm just trying to accommodate you here, and it's been an uphill battle, which you wouldn't be able to fight, by the way. With the
Whoa.
So,
holy
checkmate. Kevin, what's going on with you? Tell us about, we just recorded 1 day ago, but I want to hear about Kevin's B-Day shenanigans or another story.
Okay, well, here's something interesting that came to me. I am not a particularly big fan of almost any sports, as in terms of I don't watch sports. I don't mind them. I think they're fine out there.
Wait, Nick, are you a sports fan at all?
Yeah, are you a sportsmith?
I'm trying to divest myself from sports in general because I think that they're terrible practices and
right. And typically I would agree. And so I sort of think that competition is not really like a good way to instill human like social bonding. I think there are benefits that I can perceive over things like that. But one setup, and I mean it's
sounds like he's pissed that Canada lost 3v3 basketball.
Oh yeah,
sounds like pure cope over here, my man. I moved to America, we started winning, brother.
Is that what happened?
I think so. I would have to Google it to confirm, but I believe I think they competed for bronze. Anyway, go ahead.
I'm especially uninterested in the Olympics.
Really? I disagree with that.
Well, hear me out.
Yeah.
So, I as an institution, bad thing, right? They need to. I think they should just pick one place and do them there. Infrastructure.
You think just one country should be represented at the Olympics?
I mean, yeah.
So the whole concept, you think it should just be France v. France?
No, I don't think one country should be represented.
L'Olympique.
That's
L'Olympique.
First off, obviously it wouldn't be France, right? But secondly, I meant just like one host city space, dedicate a area to it so they stop sapping the infrastructure out of these other towns that they host. You look so upset.
I am watching it on the TV.
Here's a
What does that mean?
Here's a
It doesn't
pitch.
mean anything that you're watching it on the TV.
Let's hear
That doesn't
Nick's
mean
pitch.
anything.
Here's
Yeah.
a pitch. Let's hold the Olympics on the floating trash island that's the size of Texas.
I like
Yes.
that.
Sort of neutral ground, so
I
one
like
country
that.
doesn't have
Yes.
advantage over
Torque
the
that
other.
thing. Yeah, no, that'll
There's
work just
no
fine.
laws on the trash island, so you
Exactly.
can kill, you can maim. You
All
can
name
the
if you want
sex
to.
that's happening at the Olympic Village on the trash island is
Yeah, if they wanted to really prevent them from having sex, they wouldn't give them
Yeah.
cardboard beds. They'd
You
give
thought
them
there were
bags of trash outside.
you thought there were bed bugs in Paris. You should check out the trash island.
No, so anyway,
Yeah.
I don't watch the Olympics. I'm not interested in
Oh.
it as an institution. But at my birthday gathering, we were at the Hargrave Street Market, which is this sort of overpriced, weird little sort of communal area in the downtown area of Winnipeg that has a bunch of restaurants in it that are
A
slightly
gentrified food market. That doesn't sound like it's sapping community resources to me.
It is literally explicitly. You called it gentrified, so there's some indication that you understand what it's doing economically and socially. But anyway, at Hargrave Street Market, there were a lot of other. There was like no one else was there. It was dead on a Saturday night because no one has money to go spend in places like this, and it's so. But my improviser comedian friends, however, caked up for the night, and so we went out and we found ourselves a little spot, and so there was a television where we were sitting, and it was playing reruns of that day's goings on at the Olympics, and it was on silent, but we were just like, it very much became a focal point of the evening and of the conversation.
It's
And we,
undeniable.
and we were like engaged with the way people were, like it was like a diving competition. I don't give a flying shit about diving,
Okay.
but it was so interesting for us to like compete and commentate and joke about how we thought it was going and stuff. It was like a pretty good bonding experience to watch. And I
think-
was pretty engaged.
I genuinely, watching it, I was like, it's like speed running with real athletes. It's like the video game speed running stream of sports, and you get just like high stakes 100% of the time micro competitions. It's so much better than regular games which take hours and like
Okay.
I don't know. I really I've been getting into it, and I also feel I can't remember the other thing I was going to say.
I feel like you were going to spring to the defense of the economic and impact
Yeah,
that they have.
defend that.
Sort of, yeah.
So the
Get in
most
there and really.
what I want to
yeah.
say, the most valuable thing I have seen from the Olympics is discourse about gender. It's so healthy the way people talk about it.
Right.
It's so nuanced. And if we don't have this space to enrage dumbasses across the globe,
Right.
I don't know where we're going to find another acropolis, another meeting point for us
Right.
to sort of, for the Jordan Petersons of the world to really, for the J.K. Rowlings, for the true troglodyte morons to finally say what they think.
It's sort of like a Groundhog Day of turfism. They just poke their heads out every 4 years and say some awful shit, and then
horrific.
We have 4 more years of discourse.
Didn't see their shadow. I guess.
J.K. Rowling pokes up and does not see, or does see, the biological basis of gender every time. Anyway,
if you are if you are disgusted by the Olympics, then I have another annual event that I think we should tell you about, Kevin, which is the Chicago Air and Water Show.
Yes.
Familiar with this?
I am deeply familiar with the Chicago Air and Water Show.
And just tread lightly, because my girlfriend loves it, and her dad died, and it's a sentimental memory that they went together. So, sure, have your views, but be careful, my friend. Be careful.
We pulled that card out so you couldn't wait.
Yeah,
I cannot wait to mention that your girlfriend's father.
Genuinely, also, this is how much Thomas and I care about his relationship with his partner. I was also going to caveat my discussion with you about it. I was going to give you a tread lightly cautioning on Kim's behalf.
And
I've actually seen it
too.
The first time I ever went to Chicago, I happened to be there during the Air and Water show when Kim was not in Chicago during the Air and Water show. And this year it happened. It was happening, and so Kim loves it so much it distracted her from the monumental event that is my birthday, and she instead sent me an angry text to communicate something to Thomas while we were playing video games together. She said like something to the effect of, "Hey, you gimpy bitch, can you please tell Thomas?" But anyway, I am familiar with the Air and Water show. I assume it's a vapid waste of resources.
And a sort of ominous presence of naval and military might. In the current climate. Feels a little ill-timed, if you ask me.
Yeah.
I mean, military might's never done anything to make anybody feel uncomfortable.
It is very disturbing. It's disturbing. And when I work in a oh no, okay. I work in a therapy office downtown, and like on Thursday we could hear the jets like shaking the windows while people are talking about their issues. It was very, very distracting.
You're like, when I was 9, my mom, she said something.
You're giving them like, okay, so I actually really think, and this is perspective I'm sure is going to help you. Just as it's like, and that's our time after it's gone. You kick them out. Yeah. It's great. That's how you make your money.
Can we actually slow down for a second?
I'm feeling a little overstimulated right now. And they're opposite.
Can we go back? Can I just throw out just real quick a turf Groundhog Day joke?
Yeah.
Would it be Folksatani Phil? Is that something?
Folks?
Like FOLX?
Folksatani. Yeah. Wasn't worth going back for. I tried.
And for that, Thomas, you're now my favorite.
Yes.
Yeah.
Failure is essential.
Got to play low status, Kevin. I feel like it's time for a segment.
Did you have a check-in? We didn't ask you what's going on with you.
Look, the Olympics, whatever. Yeah, I got some stuff going
Phil
on.
got you there. You're good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's just move on.
Let's do a little wheel spinning, a little fun sinning, and here we go.
Woo! Whoop, whoop. Okay, this will be fun. Bowl up mini. Kevin must bowl up once.
What the fuck?
So,
I just.
Sorry, you gotta go again.
So Kev's gonna get ripped, and while he does, Nick and I will talk about our relationship with the devil's lettuce. The devil's.
Mother dick.
The wacky tobacco. The ganj. Nick, do you like to get a bit zooted and just see what the heck's on Netflix?
This sucks.
This is the lamest conversation ever.
Couldn't be worse.
Yes. I've given up smoking because I am a singer.
Yeah.
Like Sabrina Carpenter.
It doesn't seem to be affecting Kevin's throat at all.
Not at all.
Yeah, totally. Everything's fine.
Yeah.
Everything's fine.
So I've resorted
halfway through this bowl.
Yeah.
I've resorted to edibles to get my fix. And, now that there are like dispensaries and shit opening up in Illinois, it's more accessible, but it's so fucking expensive. This whole episode is just me powering through Kevin making distracting noises.
This is going to be the episode where my mom thinks I have a problem. This is going to be one where she texts me after and asks me if I'm okay.
Yeah, probably. But because it's so expensive in Illinois, we've resorted to making quarterly trips to Michigan. Because Michigan, weed is so much cheaper out there. We just go and we stock up.
When I was visiting Thomas, I drove down to Chicago, and I passed through a couple states, and Michigan was where we picked up weed because it was much more affordable.
Yeah.
Well, and I think in Wisconsin you can't get it.
No, you can't. Yeah, it's still illegal there. And I'm in a wedding band, and I perform out in Wisconsin. I do weddings out there a lot.
Awesome. Yeah.
And constantly forgetting that weed is illegal in Wisconsin.
And then getting there and being like,
fuck.
Yeah.
The car is loaded with bags of gummies.
Doesn't music sound so much gnarlier when you're a bit like lifted? Like
I am never more embarrassed about my pot use than when I hear that, by the way.
When I hear that Pink Floyd drop and I'm honestly gone off that green shit.
You're mixing like weird hip hop smoking terminology with like hippie stoner experiences. You're like, yeah,
Kevin, I cried myself to sleep last night remembering that you went to a wedding in Jamaica before you ever did pot.
I've been to Jamaica twice.
I was shaking and crying all night just thinking about you and that wedding party. I believe just sober.
I might have a photo of myself that is like, oh, I wonder if I still do. I'm like the most straight edge looking kid of all time. Let me see if I can find it. It'll be hella old from back in those days. I probably don't know. I don't think so. After I got my old Facebook profile deleted, it lost a lot of good memories. But I was a little straight edge nerdy boy.
Aw.
Yeah.
Straight edge Kev. It is starting, Thomas, it is starting to feel like you are a narc and you are just trying to like incriminate us.
For me, like if you could give me some of your hookups, I'm running on empty. I'm smoking seeds, my brother.
Seeds.
I got none in the tank. I did a spliff full of lawnmower shavings. I couldn't get enough of the stuff.
Lawnmower shakes. You need to stop. I can't.
I did a shake blunt with my dad.
With your dad?
Yeah.
Your dad is not smoking a shake blunt with you. There's simply no way.
My dad was holding. My dad.
No way. No way your dad's even seen weed.
I was so
no
desperate
way your dad's even
just to
seen
get
a weed cigarette. Yeah.
Honest,
just to get a bit toasty.
You don't smoke weed, you can just admit it. You don't have to pretend.
Yeah, I sucked down that jewel pod filled with CBD oil.
Wrong, right? Different product, not accurate at all over the place.
Damn, you only drive as far as Michigan to get your weed? I drive to the moon and back when I'm low. I needs it. I'm not
What do you mean you drive to the moon and back?
Yeah, explain that part.
How does that manifest you physically in real life?
I got a curiosity. Can I rove over to your dispensary, please?
Are you implying that you use the Curiosity rover to get marijuana?
Yeah. The moon ain't just made of cheese. It's made of that
God's green crack.
Hot green flour.
All right.
I've actually been playing a lot of Mario.
I somehow smoked an entire bowl of weed and lost my high. You killed it for me. While I did this fucking entire bowl, I feel more sober than ever.
The guy thinks Mario's tripping balls on them mushrooms or what?
Do we think Mario is tripping balls on them mushrooms? Maybe.
He's growing, he's shrinking, he's all over the place,
he's
man.
Growing. What do you mean?
And he's a working class guy. You know, he gets a little cheat day at work.
What does that mean?
A little cheat day.
Because he's a working class guy, he gets a little cheat day at work, and then so that he can show up intoxicated under the influence of mushrooms. You think?
Yes.
I mean, maybe.
No follow-up to that just yet.
Yeah, maybe. So what, I guess, man? So what if that's the thing?
Any questions?
I think I gotta quit weed.
You've ruined it. You've ruined it for all.
Yeah, this
is what I heard. This was and I'm shifting personas now.
Also, for the record, it was a big bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that was a Mancala gem when you brought it up to the camera.
A what?
A gem from the African board game Mancala.
God, Thomas.
I don't know what that is.
It's just
you guys play Mancala? Speaking of gems. And he's back. That sound effect's the equivalent of jingling keys in front of...
It does work every time.
It's really funny.
Gets our guests back on the same page.
Yeah, no one's
us.
Ever pissed when they hear the BOTW item sound effect.
Yeah.
It's Tears of the Kingdom now.
Well, I don't I don't update it, motherfucker. I don't update the name of the sound file in my soundboard.
I'm a BOTW loyalist. I haven't played Tears of the Kingdom, so I'm with you there.
There we go.
Yeah.
That's amazing. I remember when you got that, I was visiting you in Aurora and you had just acquired Breath of the Wild and I was so excited.
Yeah, I'm terrible at video games. I killed a horse in that game.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I mean, depending on the game and the goals of the game, that might not be a bad thing. Are you supposed to kill a horse in the game?
Not at all. No.
Okay.
I ran a horse off a cliff and because I was terrible at navigating the horse when you're riding it, and I made it go too fast, and we ran over a bridge, and he just walked off the side of the bridge, because horse don't know.
Yeah.
And
it
we
doesn't
fell
sound like
off.
it's your fault.
I was the one navigating, so I don't know.
You were complete control.
I'll have my day in court, I guess.
Yeah.
But we fell a long way, and then
did you jump off and glide away, and the horse died?
I watched the horse hit the ground.
At some point, you have to make the decision.
I watched the horse hit the ground, and then there was an animation of its neck just like flop. It looked like it broke its neck.
Did they ragdoll the legs to like splay out in the wrong direction and stuff?
Fully ragdolled. It fully ragdolled, and I was haunted. I had to stop the game after that for a while.
Wow.
That is not pleasant. That's not fun.
Ba-da-ba-da-da-da-ba.
Oh, snap.
Let's take a break. We'll come back with Nick's segment. We've so far talked and Kevin smoked weed. And when we come back, we'll do the premise of the show. So we'll see you in a little bit.
Hell yeah.
Bye.
How Star Wars is it?
Hi, I'm Mike.
And I'm Josiah.
And we're the co-hosts of a weekly podcast called How Star Wars Is It?
On our show, we rate and review things on a scale of 1 to 10, but not of how good or bad they are, but of how Star Wars they are.
We've covered lots of movies, from The Matrix to Guardians of the Galaxy to all the Star Wars films, but we've also reviewed things like pumpkin spice lattes, Halloween, moving, burgers.
We've got over 150 episodes, and you don't have to listen to them all. You can just find the ones that look interesting and listen to those. There's no plot, there's no continuity. You don't have to worry about that. Okay? So if that sounds fun to you, tune in to How Star Wars Is It every Monday, wherever you get your podcasts.
How Star Wars Is It?
How Star Wars Is It? We love you, and may the 4th be with you.
And we are back. Nick, do you have a segment for us?
I sure do.
Ooh.
So, as we mentioned earlier, I'm a broken man. So I've been on disability leave. So I've got a lot of free time on my hands. So I've been doing a lot of sort of internet rabbit holing.
Yes.
And yeah, a lot of free time on my hands. That's not the only thing on my hands.
Yeah. Also, yeah, Kevin, just watch it. I feel like we've overused the soundboard, so just watch it.
Well, now I'm gonna.
Thomas, you don't have to carry the buzzkill energy into this segment. If you could bring that down.
Okay.
I worked really hard on this. So
okay.
Surprise, motherfucker.
I wanted to hear it. Okay.
So one of the things that's been fascinating to me recently is we're all content creators, you know.
That's so true.
We live in the realm
of
content creation. Self-identified.
I think we're called producers now. No, creators.
I think we're creators.
Yeah.
Content producers.
I do theater, so I don't know if that counts as content creation.
Yeah,
but
I think so. If
theater if this is considered content creation, so is theater.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
So I've been going down a rabbit hole of like faith-based alt-right conservative streaming
awesome.
services.
Oh
Nice.
yeah.
Okay.
Thomas and I talked about how we should try and get this show on the Daily Wire.
The Daily Wire.
Yeah.
I
is
feel
that
like you
one of
could do
them?
it.
Yeah.
It definitely is one of them. Yeah, Ben Shapiro's streaming platform. So I created a game based around some of these streaming services that I call
Amazing.
Not All Streaming Services Go to Heaven. So
Amazing.
I'm gonna pull up my notes here. And so this is gonna be like a trivia game for you guys.
Okay, great.
I like it. I'm
gonna ask you some questions, and you guys can keep score. I'm not gonna.
Now, Nick, should we buzz in, or are we both answering and then you reveal? What would you prefer here?
Yeah.
I think you can both answer each question.
Okay, great.
I think that'll work. All right, so we're gonna start with like the conservative streaming platforms like Daily Wire.
Yeah.
All right. There's sort of 3 sections here we're starting with, because I feel like the conservative stuff is the most upsetting.
Sure.
And then we'll get lighter from there.
Oh, great.
Sure. Yeah.
All right.
That's smart.
So here we go. This is Not All Streaming Services Go to Heaven. First question: which of the following right-wing animated series is not real? So I'm gonna read you some. I made up one of them, and then you're gonna have to tell me which one I made up.
I've got a bit of an advantage here because I watch all these services.
Right, because you're sort of
I sort of believe in it. So anyway,
I should have fucking known.
Okay.
Okay. First up, we have Mr. Bircham, an animated series on the Daily Wire about a no-nonsense woodshop teacher at odds with his gamer son, snowflake students, and the school's JEDI, Justice, Equity, Diversity, and Inclusion Officer, Kapornzi, starring Adam Carolla, Megyn Kelly, Roseanne Barr, and more. Next up, we have Fake News Files, a YouTube series of short animated news reports that actively engages in insane conspiracy theories like the stolen election and the prophesized return of John F. Kennedy Jr. Next up, we have
Q show.
What?
It's like a Q show.
Yes, so the QAnon show for sure.
Yeah.
Next up, we have Chip Chilla, a children's cartoon on Bent Key, which is the Daily Wire's streaming platform for children's content.
Bent Key?
Bent Key, yes.
What the
And this is a cartoon that is meant to, quote, challenge the left and is clearly just a ripoff of the Australian hit show Bluey. And
it was called what, sorry?
It's called Chip Chilla. So it's a little chinchilla named Chip.
Okay. Yeah.
And then finally we have The New Norm, an anti-woke comedy about a regular guy named Norm who is currently on house arrest for threatening his daughter's school after it taught her that girls aren't girls and men aren't men. And it streams on Twitter or X or whatever.
Yeah.
All right, so out of those
how many of these are not? One of them is not?
One of them is not real.
I actually have heard of one of these.
I've heard of one of these as well.
Okay, so maybe it's the same one.
Yeah.
Probably the one with all the celebrities in it.
Yes, Mr. Bircham. Yeah. Mr. Bircham, I know is a real.
It's annoying to me that they had a woke show called Bluey and they didn't call the anti-woke one Ready, since that's the other side of the. I mean, it was right there.
Right.
I'll email Ben Shapiro and let him know that.
I think I'm gonna go with the final one. The house arrest felt a little too extreme. It sort of suggests that he didn't get away with it. Although I like, it indicates that the liberals have policed him to such a degree that he can't even make a single complaint about his child's school without being taken to court. But I'm going to guess that last one. Yeah.
I'm gonna say it's convincing, mostly because it's streaming on X. I'm gonna take here's the thing I think about the Fake News Files, though. I think an interesting premise. I think it's sort of it's like it requires almost too much self-awareness that is not really present with the Mr. Bircham and the other examples, in my opinion. So I'm gonna say the Fake News Files.
I also could hear. Yeah. Okay. Go ahead. No.
Yeah. That's all.
Okay. This point goes to Kevin.
Oh.
Yeah.
Fake News Files. I made that up.
Yep, I thought so. Sorry, but I was onto your shit.
That's okay.
That last one is crazy.
Truly insane.
Yeah, that last one is nuts. That sounds bad. Is there like anyone famous in that one?
It's like a famous conservative radio guy.
Oh,
whose name
okay.
I can't remember.
Yeah.
And the crazy thing about these like conservative comedies is that they don't have jokes. They just just say buzzwords and like that's the joke.
The thing that I heard about Mr. Bircham is just that it is like the most agonizing thing to sit through. Like not even
it's got like legit stars in it, like Rob Riggle's in it, like
and there's now this like growing interesting thing where a bunch of the like sort of cult fan base that's growing around it is actually gay coding it and gay coding Mr. Bircham's relationship with another character in it, and it's like it's sort of like trying to like take back what it is to piss off the conservatives that created it by
like
being
they're shipping Mr. Bircham to irritate.
Because Mr. Bircham as a character is actually just a repressed man because he keeps saying all this weird homophobic shit out of nowhere, but also like being into dudes who are sweaty and working hard. Like that happens in the show, and so it's just like he's coded in that way.
I imagine a lot of these conservative shows, if you scratch the surface, you'll find out whatever like repressed sexual fantasies the creators have.
I'm sure, like
you guys,
look at Tim Allen in Tool Time.
Sorry,
look at Tim Allen in Tool Time. Like he's gonna, if he could get a sense of what Wilson was doing underneath that fence post, he was busting. busting
on that fence,
busting custard all over that fence. I'm telling you.
Yeah, the other side of that fence was sticky as hell.
Yeah, just like, there's a glory hole. I'm convinced.
I'm gonna.
Glory hole.
Well, you guys heard that the Republican National Convention crashed the Grindr servers.
I did hear that.
Right.
So shout out to Republicans, man. That's awesome.
Shout out.
Awesome.
All right.
Awesome.
Next question. I've got a lot of these, so we got to.
Yeah. Sorry.
All right. Which of these insanely fucked up shows / movies streaming on the Daily Wire did I make up? So it's again, I made up one of these. First up, we have What is a Woman? One man's journey to answer the question of a generation. That's its real tagline.
Man's journey.
And that one man is Matt Walsh.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
Figures.
Fuck yeah. Oh, I love that. I hope that's real.
One of the UCB4? No, the other Matt Walsh.
No, yeah, I wish. I wish it was that Matt Walsh. All right, next up we have Lady Ballers, a comedy about a group of shitty dudes who dress as women to enter a women's basketball league because everyone is too woke to accuse them of not actually being women.
Wow.
That
next
sounds
up we have,
it happens so bad. That's so bad.
Yeah. Next up we have Insanity, a deep dive into the meteoric rise of conservative hero Sean Hannity.
For a brief moment, I forgot these weren't animated, and I was like,
"Why?
Why?"
These are live action shows.
These are all on Bent, whatever it is, Bent Stick.
Bent Key is the one for children. This is on the Daily Wire.
Bent Key is such a...
Yeah, I have no idea, dude.
What does that mean?
No fucking clue. Next up, we have the Arroyo. 40 miles north of America's southern border, an unprecedented mass migration of men and drugs takes place. Ranchers feel the fallout of violence and destruction, but the betrayal of their own careless government feels worse. Jim Weatherford simply cannot abide. Some lines must be defended. Wow. And then finally, we have My Dinner with Trump. An up-close and personal look at the former president, a side of Trump the mainstream media refuses to show us. So which of those shows did I make up?
2-hour conversation with Donald Trump over a plate of Big Macs.
Yeah, exactly. It would have to be McDonald's. Like that's why that one's ringing false to me. I just can't imagine him eating a normal meal on camera.
Yeah, it actually at the beginning of the movie you can't see his face because there's just a stack of Big Macs in front of him. That he
slowly he's revealed as it comes down. Yeah,
I don't know that conservatives would be familiar with the Andre Gregory and Wallace Shawn film My Dinner with Andre. So I'm going to guess My Dinner with Trump, although picking the final one screwed me last time. It might just be recency bias, but I don't know. It's the least objectionable in a way. The other ones are about like, aren't these people fucked up? And that one's just like, we talked to Trump. So I'm going to guess that one because it's sort of the quiet one of the bunch.
Sure. I'm gonna, though I think it's very plausible that vanity could overtake, and somebody like Sean Hannity would easily make a bio-series of themselves. I don't know that there's actually a viewership out there for that, and I don't know that any network would produce it with any real intention. So I'm gonna say Insanity is the one that's not real. Yeah.
Okay. Kevin's got my number. That one is made up.
Wow.
Bang bang,
2 points for
motherfucker.
Kevin. All right. Let's hope that I can fool you with this next category, which is faith-based content.
Okay.
So these first two questions are pulled from the faith-based streaming platform PureFlix. Have you guys heard of PureFlix?
I have. I had an internship in LA, which I believe carried some Christian Hallmark-esque content, and so there were some like decks that they put together that seemed to be pitching shows for those networks.
Okay, so this might be your category then. You might.
Yeah, I think some of those they might shoot films here. We do every now and then get
in Winnipeg,
a real Christian. Thomas and I were actually slighted by a Christian film production.
Slighted.
Which company made Heaven Is for Real?
Oh yeah,
I don't know.
I'm gonna do some googling. Keep it up. Keep your segment going. Sorry.
Heaven Is for Real.
Yeah, you should read them because then we can guess. And go ahead.
Okay, so first up, which of these action movie sequels did I make up? So we've got
action movie sequels.
Action movie sequels. These are sequels to PureFlix action movies. We've got The Moment After 2, The Awakening. We've got Revelation Road 2, The Sea of Glass and Fire. We've got Revelation Road 3, The Black Rider. We've got Daughters of Defiance 2, Redemption. We've got Sons of Thunder 2, Redemption. And we've got Mark 2, Redemption.
Mark 2.
I have to assume all the redemptions are real because it's too good.
Heaven Is for Real was like a Sony Pictures, Roth Pictures, so it's bigger.
Whoa,
bigger.
They robbed us of an actor
they robbed
during the
us
Winnipeg
an
Fringe
actor,
Festival.
yes, and we lost a performance, but everything is fine.
Oh shit!
Yes, yeah, everything is fine.
What was the first one, Nick?
The Moment After 2, The Awakening. And then we've got Revelation Roads 2 and 3, and then we've got
of course
the 3 Redemption ones.
Yeah. I think the last, the brothers one is the one I think is not real.
Sons of Thunder?
Sons of Thunder, yes. Sons of Thunder. Makes me feel like I'm watching a Marvel movie, but maybe that's on purpose. Maybe they're trying to make it, I could see that happening.
Okay.
We can't watch Thor because that's pagan. But
I think Revelation Road 3 is that felt like the outlier to me.
I made up the threequel.
Yeah.
You are both incorrect. It is Daughters of Defiance 2 Redemption.
Right. I guess Daughters of Defiance.
We should have known that there wouldn't be a strong female lead in any of these movies.
Daughters and Defying is not something that Christians.
Daughters of Obedience.
Yeah. I assumed that Daughters of Defiance 2 they were like anti-hero leads that were punished at the end.
Yeah.
Sort of
they get their comeuppance for defying.
Exactly.
They were defying the hospitals trying to give them hormone therapy or something like that.
Exactly.
I will say the Revelation Road series is sort of PureFlix's take on Mad Max. So
that's awesome.
Like the book of Revelations has happened, and these people are living in the in the aftermath.
Honestly, some of this shit sounds kind of like if it wasn't terrible. It's like
I bet like one out of every 50 is kind of good.
It could potentially
know.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
All right, next up.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
There's a movie I heard about on a podcast where I believe like Jesus comes back, but he's like packing heat and he like kills a bunch of people. I don't know. That sounds kind of fun. I would check that one out.
I feel like you and I should, if this show dies, Thomas, we should do a movie review podcast where we just review like Bible films and take a film analysis lens.
I was telling Nick at my birthday, I've never read the Bible. I don't know any real I have no like religious background, so it would be fascinating. I would just be guessing at what everything was.
I've read that thing from front to back, baby.
Well, you went to Catholic school.
Catholic school, baby.
It's a classic, you know?
Yeah.
It's like the Bible, Moby Dick, you know, you got to read them.
Yeah.
Yeah, got to use those pages to wipe off that
that
seminal semen.
You know?
Seminary was right there.
Yeah.
Ah, fuck.
It's okay. It's all right. All right, next up we have romance movies from Pure Flix. And I'm going to read the synopses with these ones.
Okay.
So we've got Fall into Winter. Life quickly changes for Carrie as she has to work alongside her high school nemesis, Brooks, an old friend of her brother's who unexpectedly buys into Carrie's family-owned candy shop. Next up we have God Said Yes. Small-town baker Bernadette is unlucky in love when the man of her dreams, Adam, admits his walk with Christ has faltered after the death of his mother. Can Bernadette be the flame that lights his way back to God before he pops the big question?
Before, like, there's a time limit.
Adam, you gotta get married. What is this, fucking Cinderella, but he's gotta get married?
Yeah.
This is fucked up.
Next up, we have An Unlikely Angel. Janie is a power player in the boardroom, but is falling apart at the thought of becoming a mom. A silent prayer is answered when an angel intervenes and fast-forwards her life to trust God.
Feminist alert! Feminist alert!
Why is that a sound effect you have?
And why does it sound so much like my voice?
Oh my God. All right, next up we've got God's Country Song. Only God knows if Noah can be the man and father he's meant to be. Will Noah stop chasing selfish dreams, heal broken relationships, and start down God's path for his future? I think that's their take on, like, A Star is Born.
I see. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Noah.
Next up, we have Divine Influencer. When an entitled influencer is humbled by losing everything, she begins working at a homeless shelter for a place to live. With God's help, she discovers her true purpose comes from serving others. And then finally, we have Finding Love in Quarantine. Amid a crisis that has forced everyone into quarantine, Rick Baldwin is seeking sanity and maybe even love?
Wow.
All right, so which of those romance movies did I make up?
Oh my God.
We've got Fall into Winter, God Said Yes, An Unlikely Angel, God's Country Song, Divine Influencer, and Finding Love in Quarantine.
These are all really good.
God Said Yes. Just like choosing a movie with no conflict in the title. Like, just this sounds like it's going to work out great.
It is just a good title, though. It just
Yeah.
Have you seen God Said Yes? Like, you know, it's just like, can you not appreciate it?
Some of them, like, the descriptions were so bland and seemingly unrelated to the premise that I don't think that was Nick. Nick has a little more creative flair. So I'm going to say, I am going to go with the quarantine one. I think the quote-unquote crisis line is too funny to have been written by a real conservative.
Oh, that's an interesting take. I think I'm going to go with God Said Yes because I can't get it out of my head. And an earworm like that can only come from someone with a musical flair, is going to be my assumption.
God damn, Kevin, you're a genius.
Wow.
That was correct.
Ha ha!
I made up God Said Yes.
Damn.
Oh, I got the fucking magic in me.
You really do. You're honed in.
I'm
smoking that entire bowl right before this game.
I'm seeing everything right now.
It's like the Matrix for me when I get that hoochie in my coochie. I'm like, I'm huffing that sativa bud, and I'm seeing ones and zeros.
Earlier you said you smoked a blunt of seeds with your dad.
You said you smoked lawnmower shavings.
Yeah.
I'm absolutely lit off that fertilizer.
Yeah.
Okay. How many more of these questions are there?
What the fuck?
I'm just getting a little
Don't act
weary
like
of the
we're
whole
just like
exercise.
hanging out. We're doing a show. What are you doing?
I put a lot of
Rub
work into
your
this,
eyes
man.
like
I
you're a
could tell.
I
tired
made up
little boy.
synopses and
I
everything.
could tell, yeah, and it's
Give
you
the
know,
man a break.
sort
Just
of
'cause you're
showing
losing
us up
badly.
on our own show.
Just because you
Yeah,
always
show you
pick the
up.
last one because you're not paying attention to the other ones.
I
Doesn't mean it's
have
not a
picked
good
the
game.
last one most of the time, but not every time. I think
It
one
is.
of them I didn't.
You know what it is.
All right,
Here's what it
all
is.
right.
I'll
This
tell you
next
what it
one
is.
you're gonna have to like buzz in because this
Okay.
one has one answer. and I'm
Thomas
not
is
going to give you.
intimidated. Thomas is intimidated by the
Yeah.
fact that I have a big brain now. All right.
Now.
Now that I have bowled up,
Now that
I'm in
you're
big brain.
yeah.
And
Okay.
his brain grew 3 sizes that day.
Because
Yeah.
what Kevin has in speed, what Kevin has in brain, I actually have in speed. So this is going to be my round. This one's worth
Thomas
4
is going to
points.
take 3
Let's
pills.
go.
of
That's
speed.
worth 4 points.
It takes three caps of speed before we do the second.
I have, yeah. Okay. So this one, buzz in if you think you know the answer before I finish reading off these films. So which famous, in quotes, 90s actor is featured in all of the following faith-based films? We've got God's Not Dead, Confessions of a Prodigal Son, The Girl Who Believes in Miracles, Left Behind, Rise of the Antichrist, The Firing Squad, and the upcoming biopic Reagan, starring
Thomas.
Dennis.
Thomas wasn't in.
All right, I'm going to give it to Thomas.
But you just said Dennis Quaid, which was going to be my guess. So
It is not Dennis Quaid.
Okay.
The upcoming biopic Reagan, starring Dennis Quaid as Ronald Reagan.
I've got Steven Seagal.
Not Steven Seagal.
Fuck.
Hmm.
It's not Mel Gibson, is it?
No, think a little less famous than you guys are going right now.
Yeah. Okay, a little less famous.
Kiefer Sutherland.
No.
No, faith-based.
Hmm.
A little Christian
Someone
boy.
who has defended Mel Gibson's anti-Semitic comments. And
Okay.
Not me. Let me think.
Not me either. I haven't done any of those movies.
what I appreciate you, Thomas, is that you cell phone as much as you insult other people as well.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Any final guesses?
Can we get a first letter, maybe, if both of us are stuck?
His
First letter.
first name starts with the letter K.
Oh, Kiefer Sutherland, I already said.
It's not,
Ken Jennings.
Ken Jennings.
Jeopardy host Ken Jennings
Yeah.
has a
Did
secret
he-
life as a faith-based film star. All right, final clue is he famously played Hercules in the 90s TV show.
Fuck.
Oh.
Who is it? I feel like it's on the tip of my tongue.
Chris Kattan. No.
Is it Kevin something? Kevin, fuck, what is his last name?
Rembrandt?
Kevin Rembrandt. No, it's Kevin. Oh, no. I can't remember.
We'll give
Sorbo?
Thomas half a point. What did you say?
Sorbo?
Yes!
Oh,
Kevin Sorbo.
Yeah!
And taking that
And the half
point
point
away
has
from
been
Thomas,
taken from me.
give it to Kevin.
Well,
Yes, Kevin
I
Sorbo.
I had the speed. I did not have the
That's right. I got the points.
All right. This last section is the palate cleanser from the muck that was conservative and Christian-based films. This is going to be Hallmark holiday films.
Ooh, Kevin might have been in one of these.
I was in one of these.
Really? Which one were you in?
I was in one called Christmas Connection with Brooke Burns.
Ooh, Christmas Connection.
It was very fun. It was a good time. And
That's
everyone
amazing.
was nice. There was a precocious young child on the set. She was very funny, and it was a good time. I don't know why I said that. Like there was I was reading like a press release.
Spokesperson for Hallmark.
As the gun pointed at you when you said that.
I swear to God, it was good. My hands are up.
Should I not do this last section? Is this
Let's
gonna
do it.
be-
Let's. I feel like a comeback is brewing
All right.
here.
Yeah.
Buzz in if you have a guess for this one. We'll go closest without going over. How many Hallmark holiday films have been released since the year 2000?
Okay.
So we each buzz in and we'll say.
I guess don't just give a guess.
Yeah.
Wow, we have an actual buzzer. Yes,
Yeah.
Kevin.
I was ready. I wasn't ready with an answer. You said since the year 2000, it's 2024. I'm going to say they make an average of, we're going to say exceeding up. Eventually, they probably make an average of like 40 a year, but they probably started doing like 15. So we'll say about 20. 28 times 20. Let's say 480. We'll go 500 to make it round.
Okay. Thomas, what's your guess?
I gotta go over. I think it's gonna be surprisingly high. I'm gonna go, but I don't want to go over. I'm not gonna do the cheat 501, but I'm gonna say 580.
All right. Kevin, your logic was there, but you overshot it just a little bit. It's 435.
Oh my God. If I didn't round, I would have actually been very
Yeah.
close.
In the year 2023, they made 42 holiday films.
Wow.
Holy
so
shit.
you were right there. You had it exactly right.
Yeah, they shoot a lot of them in Winnipeg and surrounding areas and provinces. So they like I have a general sense of how many at least get made. But yeah.
Do you guys think I'm fucked up for being so bad at this?
I mean, I don't know if I would say fucked up, man. You're good.
I will say I thought you would have gotten one by now.
Yeah. Is there something wrong with me?
I'm sorry, I can't hear you. The air and water show is happening right outside my window.
Yeah, it's just tough to like.
So it's kind of hard to hear you. Right. So let's go to the next question. A lot of celebrities have appeared in Hallmark holiday films. Which of the following have not?
Okay.
We've got William Shatner, Ernest Borgnine, Peter O'Toole, Sam Elliott, Patrick Stewart, John Rhys Davies.
I think
Gimli. Gimli from Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Carrie Fisher. We've got Princess Leia. Sean Astin. We've got Samwise Gamgee. Danny Glover. And of course, Stephen Tobolowsky.
Wow.
So only one has not
Only one of
appeared.
these actors has not
Okay, maybe we take turns guessing till we get it if we miss it at first.
Okay.
I feel like Carrie Fisher played by her own rules.
It's a good
I'm
guess.
gonna guess Carrie Fisher.
Okay, Kevin?
I'm going to guess Patrick Stewart. I feel like it's
Kevin's got it.
What the fuck is going on? Did you text him the list of answers?
God, I did not.
No, but for real, you just met him, but he's like.
I swear to God, I've never spoken to
he's
this man.
not
Just a quick little check-in on the standings of like where we're
you've
sort of at.
skyrocketed.
Yes.
You've got 5 points in this game. You've got thousands of points in my estimation of you.
That feels.
I
good.
set up this little like social game at the beginning because I thought it would all be fun, but like to get no points, like my feelings are hurt for real.
Okay, next question. What is the title of the sequel of the Hallmark holiday film A Christmas Coincidence? Okay, so I'm going to give you 4 titles. Well, one of them is correct.
Okay.
Is it A Christmas Meet Cute? Is it A Christmas Coincidence 2, Merry Serendipitousmas? Is it The 12 Days of Destiny? Or is it Another Christmas Coincidence?
These are all very. I'm going to be so pissed if it's the serendipitous one. I'm going to pick the last one. I'm going to do the Thomas. I'm going to pick the last one and say.
I gotta speak my truth. Serendipitousmas.
That's your guess, Serendipitousmas?
Yeah.
Great. Kevin gets it again. It's Another Christmas Coincidence.
Papa Yale.
The one time, Thomas.
You good, man? You...
Are you okay, Thomas?
Yeah.
Are you good?
This is not mathematically possible.
All right. So we've got a bunch of these next questions are sort of based around the fact that Hallmark holiday films seem to use a framework of titles.
Okay.
Almost like they have in their office, they have like a giant magnetic board with those like refrigerator poem tiles. Where you just sort of rearrange words to make. I feel like that's how they make a lot of
episode's like really long is the thing, and like I just feel it's like we already know who the winner is. It's like
they gone over that last.
I put a lot of work into.
Yeah, we know, and like
there's
it
still
shows,
opportunity
but,
for you to make a comeback. There's still some.
There's that many questions. There's a million questions left because that's how many fucking points Kevin has. I'm not gonna get a million.
So we've got.
I don't have a million, right?
Which of these ones is not real? We've got Christmas at Castle Hart, Christmas at Dollywood, Christmas at the Golden Dragon, Christmas at Graceland, Christmas at Kris Kringle's Cottage, or Christmas at Pemberley Manor.
I'm gonna go ahead. Is it?
Go ahead, Thomas.
I was gonna say, is it better to go first or second?
I think Thomas, you should take a crack at it.
I'm gonna guess whatever Kevin fucking says.
What? I'm gonna guess Christmas at Dollywood because it doesn't sound like Dolly Parton would want to be a part of a Christian movie.
Yeah.
So
I'm gonna do Kris Kringle. Fuck it.
You did it, Thomas.
I'm back. The podcast can go as long as it needs to. Everybody strap in. It's a real contest now.
You've got 1 to Kevin's 6. Okay.
Great.
So next up, we've got Christmas cookies.
Yeah.
A Christmas cookie catastrophe.
Okay.
A cookie cutter Christmas, or Santa's spectacular cookies.
Cookie cutter Christmas.
I think catastrophe. I think they don't want to associate the movie with something negative.
Incorrect. It was Santa's spectacular cookies. Was the
that is a bad title as well. They're all kind of bad.
These are all bad. None of these are good.
Yeah.
I did my best. Next up, we've got a boyfriend for Christmas, a bride for Christmas.
I mean, that makes more sense.
A daddy for Christmas.
Okay.
Or a grandpa for Christmas.
Can I have all 4?
Three of these exist.
Can I have all 4?
Yeah.
I want the 4 Christmas universe to be a real thing. Where there's like one family where they just keep like this one girl and she's just wishing and doing
for more family members.
Like different mythological creatures, a leprechaun for Christmas.
I think boyfriend has got to be the one that's not. It's out of pocket. It's not under God's jurisdiction.
Right.
Be a boyfriend. Yeah, I'm gonna go daddy.
Daddy
Thomas is correct. It was daddy.
Ooh, and how I can see the sweat gathering on Kevin's forehead as he sort of bites his nails down to the bone, Satchmo style.
Satchmo style.
Well, I guess that was more about the sweat. The Satchmo
okay.
was sweaty, but yes.
Who's Satchmo?
He's a famous singer, Louis Armstrong.
And I'm going to take a point away from
Here we go.
Take it away from him for doing the voice. You can take my point, but give me my half point back.
No, you're at 2. I think Kevin's at 6 or 7, something like that. All right, next up we've got.
Okay.
Kevin is he's summoning the spirit of Satchmo to help with his next question. We've got Christmas in Montana.
Yeah.
Christmas in Napa Valley. Christmas in Notting Hill. Christmas in Rome. Christmas in Tahoe.
What the
Christmas in the Smokies, or Christmas Incorporated.
That's clever. I like what you did there.
Yeah, that's pretty fun.
I'm gonna say Christmas in Napa Valley.
Okay.
They're not gonna be drinking too much in this movie, I don't think.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Can you run those back for me again? Those early ones get blurred together a little bit.
For sure. We've got Christmas in Montana, Napa Valley, Notting Hill, Rome, Tahoe, the Smokies, and Incorporated.
I think the Smokies is one that I'm confused about, so I'm going to say that. Although it is a compelling title, I'm gonna The Smokies is what Christmas in the Smokies.
Yeah, that's where me and my dad go every time I mow the lawn.
Weird thing when you mow the lawn and then
really weird. You should not be smoking
with your father.
You should not be doing that.
I'm huffing that dandelion juice.
Don't do that.
I don't think that'll do anything to you.
I'm pulling my ripcord to get my engine revved.
Don't share that with your father. He's not young enough to take that easily.
Yeah, he should probably see a specialist for that.
Yeah.
But Thomas, you did get it correct. It was.
Whoa! Hey,
you're coming back.
Yeah, you're dialed in.
It's turning around.
All right, we've got only a few more. Can you make the comeback?
Maybe.
We've got Christmas with the Darlings, Christmas with Holly, Christmas with a Kiss, Christmas with Rudolph, and Christmas with Tucker.
Tucker.
Did you say Christmas with the Dollies was one?
Christmas with the Darlings.
Oh, with the Darlings.
Yes.
Christmas with the Darlings.
I feel like that could be a family name.
Oh yeah.
Darlings is weird though.
Yeah.
But what was the second last one?
We got the Darlings, Holly, A Kiss, Rudolph, and Tucker.
I feel Rudolph's a little weird. I'm going to guess Rudolph.
I'm going to guess Holly.
Thomas, you got it again.
What the hell?
Rudolph. Wow, this game is tightening up. I love it. I love it.
This game sucks. Can we go?
And now the role reversal begins.
Yep.
Kevin's got a terminal case of the yips.
Yeah.
Maybe take another hit. Maybe that'll get you locked back.
Fucking on my weak stairs.
All right, we've only got 3 more.
Okay.
Next up, we've got It's Christmas, Carol. We've got It's Christmas Eve.
And we've got really good.
It's Christmas, Belle.
Oh, okay.
Belle is definitely the worst, but
yeah.
I guess I'm gonna go with Belle. The other two were.
I'm gonna go with Eve.
Actually, sorry, changing my answer to Carol. Carol.
Yeah, Carol's
Thomas,
the best one.
You should have stuck to your guns. It was Belle.
Oh, Belle was the weakest.
It was the weakest. This was a case of those two were so funny I had to include.
You had to do a third.
Yeah. But I couldn't think of a good third. But it's Christmas Carol.
I saw this movie 1,000 times.
What's that reference?
It's he's watching.
Don't make fun of him.
It's from the Snorlax video, a classic YouTube where some two guys are watching a Pokemon movie.
This movie. Look at him.
Got it.
Yeah,
I'm there.
Look at him. He's fucking huge.
Anyway, go ahead.
He's fucking huge. All right. This next category, they're not all using the same structure, but these titles were just so funny I couldn't not include them.
Yeah, that's awesome.
All right. So which one of these did I make up? We've got Ghosts of Christmas Always. We've got Karen Kingsbury's Maggie's Christmas Miracle. So we got 2 possessives in that title.
Yeah.
Karen
Kingsbury's Maggie's Christmas Miracle.
Karen Kingsbury.
It's like Ruth's Chris Steakhouse.
It's exactly the Ruth's Chris Steakhouse.
I hate the name Garen. I have to say that's a terrible name.
Yeah. We've got Lights Camera Christmas.
Nice.
We've got Love Lights Hanukkah. That's right. They do make Hanukkah films.
Wow. Well, we'll see.
We've got 4 Christmases and a Funeral. We've got Mingle All the Way.
That seems like it should be illegal.
That's the Hallmark porno, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, Arnold Schwarzenegger and trying to get a sex toy for his wife.
Yeah, exactly.
I need to find a man who's willing to go turbo on my wife.
It's gonna be a man.
It's Turbo Man, right?
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Classic Arnold Schwarzenegger holiday film.
Yeah.
We've got Murder She Baked, a plum pudding mystery. We've got The Night Before Christmas. We've got Never Been Christ. And we've got 3 Wise Women.
Ooh.
Wow. Are you sure it's not Never Been Christ?
It is Never Been Christ.
Alert. Feminist alert.
Sorry, that's the
Stop
3
it.
Wise Women just
We
activated.
have to keep this moving.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we're guessing from that whole list.
Yeah, I know that is a lot, but these
I'm
are
gonna
just
go
also
with
funny.
Mingle All the Way.
You're going with Mingle, hey? I do like the 3 Wise Women, but I think there was an earlier one. Give me speed round again.
Yeah, we got Ghosts of Christmas Always, Karen Kingsbury's Maggie's Christmas Miracle.
Yeah. Give me Garen Kingsbury over here. Fuck around with Garen. Yeah.
No, it was 4 Christmases and a Funeral was the fake one.
Yes. I did that also pinged me, but I forgot about it.
But 4
Garen
Christmases
Kingsbury.
and a Wedding is real.
Ooh.
Oh,
That sounds
wow.
a little more upbeat.
I just changed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna quickly keep it going. I'm just looking up Garen Kingsbury over here.
Oh, Kevin, I think you
Did you say
misheard me.
Gary?
It's Karen.
Oh,
Karen.
that's way less. I thought it was Garen. I'm
so
over
sorry.
here. I would have gotten 100%. I mean, Karen
It
Kingsbury.
just seemed like you were really mad at white women. Like you were so worked up, but you had misheard the name.
Yeah, I said that the one thing I couldn't stand was wise women, but then I decided the other thing I could go after was Karen Kingsbury. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right.
All right, last question.
Yes.
Which of these
For how many points?
do you want to wager?
Yeah. So I have 3.
Yeah,
Kevin,
we'll
what do you have?
we'll say Kevin has 6 for dramatic sake.
Okay,
we can make this one for all the marbles. I'm fine with.
Yeah, we'll do it for all the marbles.
Oh, big moves. Here we go.
Okay, this one is insane. We've got time for her to come home for Christmas. Time for him to come home for Christmas. Time for me to come home for Christmas. Time for them to come home for Christmas.
Whoa.
Time for us to come home for Christmas. And time for you to come home for Christmas.
And they say the left is obsessed with pronouns? What the hell is this?
That's insane.
Got every pronoun imaginable.
So the only one of those is fake?
Yeah.
All right. What are the fucking options?
Her, him, me, them, us, you.
Her, him, me, them, us, you.
Yeah.
Let's do elimination style since this is for all the marbles. So if we each get it wrong, we'll guess again until one of us gets it.
Okay.
Okay, so we're eliminating?
Well, so if we get it wrong, we'll just keep going till we find it.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So I'm going to guess them.
Kevin?
I'm going to guess me.
Okay. I'm just going to end it right here. These are all real.
Oh no! Everyone wins.
Everyone wins. All 6 of those films are real. I couldn't come up with another one because they took all of the pronouns.
Yeah, time to come home for Christmas universe is a terrible.
Yeah.
Oh man.
The TFCHC.
I don't ever want to hear anybody complain about like the Marvel Cinematic Universe's scope and an unnecessary production of films. That just sounds like. I mean, listen, I have my own problems with it, but Jesus Christ on a cracker, literally, that's an insane amount.
That's also a title on there, yeah.
Jesus Christ on a cracker. Yeah. Oh my God, that's
all
terrible.
right. So that was Not All Streaming Services Go to Heaven. Thanks.
Wow, very good segment, Nick.
A segment.
Thank you for putting in the hours, the time, the theological expertise.
That's my hammer.
And that is my fucking hammer. And it's time to end the show.
Nick, do you have anything you need to plug? Do you need anything to put people's eyes on?
No. I mean, you can follow me on Instagram. God, I should probably know my Instagram handle, huh? I'll look it up.
It's Drizzy.
That legitimately scared
the Blue Angel sound effect somehow.
That legitimately scared the shit out of me.
I just like to sort of keep people on edge, even well past the hour mark.
What am I, a fucking Eric Andre show? Yeah, follow me on Instagram at Druzbanski, DRIZZBANKSY. It's my last play on my last name.
That's cool.
That's it. Yeah,
I like that. I like
if you're
that.
Listening, you can check out our other podcast, What We Do in the Basement. It's a D&D actual play. Kevin DMs and edits it. It's very, very good. I was on it for 70 episodes. So if you're just getting started, I'll be there for most of it. And then it'll get even better when I leave.
We're sort of cut free from the weight anchor that is Thomas's fat fucking nuts. And we are flying high, sky high in the pie. Fucking around and finding out, folks. If you are looking to see us in person, check out Club Soda Improv on social media. You can find me and all my fleshy friends in the flesh doing fleshy fun. That sounds really bad.
Yuck.
I'm so sorry I said that for everyone in Club Soda who may be listening to this episode. Folks, thank you so much. Thank you so much to our guest, Thomas's left testicle, and me. Bye.
I'm absolutely gone off that green shit.
You can't.
I'm hitting that mids.
Hitting mids?